Hey everybody, this is Pastor James with another vocal coach video. And this time it's going to be a little different. This is in response to a question I got last night and a conversation I had with a friend of mine. It's a question that I've gotten at some level over the years from different sources, so I thought maybe it would be helpful to you and to others if I answered it here. So here was the basic premise of his question. He said that he knows some vocalists that seem to have, good tone, and they might even have good vibrato, but they don't seem to have any power or volume in their voice. And his question was this. He said, is this genetics or is this training? The answer is it's both. It's both. It's genetics and training. So here's how I described it to him, because we had a long conversation. I said, imagine that you are given for the day a really nice car, street car, a supercar like a Porsche 911, one of my personal favorites. Great car for the road, great car for the track on a casual day. And you spend the day with that car, and by the end of the day, your numbers have gotten better, and people have given you a little bit of training, and so you're just getting better and better and better with that car. But then you take that same car at the end of the day and you put it in the hands of a professional driver, right? Somebody who's got a lot of experience and maybe even a lot of experience with that car. They take it around the track, and their numbers and the experience of even being in the car with them is drastically different than when you drove it at your best. So what was the difference between the two? Was it the car, the tools that were given, the natural kind of rawness of the tools that were given, or was it the experience of the driver? Well, of course, the answer is the experience of the driver, right? All right, now take that same driver, and instead of being in a street car like a Porsche 911, let's put him in a McLaren or a Honda Formula One car, right? A car that's designed. I mean, it is built from the ground up to just be a race car at its peak on a racetrack. He takes that car around the track, and the experience and the numbers again go to a completely different level. So, what was the difference there? Was it the experience of the driver? No. This time, the difference was the raw materials that he was given, right? So let's take that to the voice. There are certain aspects of our voice that we can't change. Genetically, we've been given a gift by God with which to express ourselves, whether in song or in speech, and there are certain limitations. Limitations simply as far as volume of air, or limitations as far as the tone quality that we can produce. Now, we can change those things, we can alter them, but at some level, we're going to reach a genetic peak that we can't get beyond. So now we can stretch that, we can tweak it, but we will come to a point where we've reached all that we can do. So, but taking that, we can, through training, maximize our ability to use the gift that we've been given, like the driver, right? So for me, I always encourage my students, look, don't worry about the genetic aspect of it so much. You can't change that, but what you can change is how much time and effort you give into the practice and into the training of that gift. Listen, without training, you really don't know whether or not you have a Porsche 911, a Formula One, or a Yugo, right? And I've seen some pretty crazy racetrack videos with Yugos. People do crazy stuff with those. But I digress. Listen, take your voice, do the best you can with it. That's my recommendation. You won't know until you try whether or not you've been given a Porsche or a Formula One racer. You might just be surprised. So find someone that can help you maximize your voice, okay? God bless. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk with you soon. If you have any questions, please feel free to write me. It's really easy. Write me at pastorjames@mail.com. Not Gmail, just pastorjames@mail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.